Welcome to Gaming Fin, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and the stock market, the financial markets, my friends. So my name is Mr. Orange, and today we talk about BigBen Interactive and Nacon. So those are two French companies, and most probably you have already heard about BigBen Interactive. That's kind of an old company, I would say. I mean, founded in 1981 in France, and it has over 1,000 employees. And then you might have also heard about Nacon, so founded in 2019. So that's actually a pretty new company, and also small cap, of course, market cap of 222 million euros only, and a little bit under 1,000 employees. So those companies are very closely linked to each other. So this is very important to know. So if you go on the Nacon, corporate Nacon homepage, you see the shareholder breakdown of share capital as 2020. You see that BigBen actually is the shareholder of 76.7%. So yeah, 3/4 of Nacon belong to BigBen Interactive, and then BPI France Capital. That's probably some sort of some form of a fund, startup fund, I don't know. And then public, so only 21% are public. And what happened actually? So BigBen Interactive was at one point, I think 2-3 months ago, they were splitting their gaming section of BigBen Interactive. They were splitting it out. So if we go to BigBen Interactive, the BigBen Group, so you know they make mostly our business read more. So they make controllers, hardware, everything related to this. So we don't really see here now actually what our story. Here we can go. Oh, okay, on the corporate page we don't see those funny pages, but you know they make mostly hardware and other products. So Nacon was the gaming section. And if we can go to Steam, you can see some of the Nacon games. So, and also a little disclaimer: I'm invested in BigBen Interactive, and now I'm like 45% down. And I remember I was once making a video where I was 30% up, and this was before Nacon got split out of BigBen Interactive. And then I'm also now invested in Nacon with a super tiny portion, so I never really bought more of it. So the question is now, at one point, do I want to buy some more Nacon? So of course, my friends, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a YouTuber, a retail investor myself. So this is just my opinion. So always make up your own opinion. No financial advice, of course. And yeah, take everything always very critical. That's very important. So 21%. So at the moment, I'm part of the 21%. And if I buy now more, then I would also be one of the 21%. Here you see Nacon. They make also controllers, keyboards, etc. So they make good stuff. Actually, I like actually the product. So their hardware I've never really tested. So I'm not so interested in their hardware, but I read actually good reviews about some of their special PlayStation 5 controllers, and as long as PlayStation 5 is popular, and it is very popular because it's impossible to get a PlayStation 5 at the moment on Amazon or somewhere else for normal price for this long. Nacon also has their market, so we can at the end, or a little bit at the end of this video, we can go and get a little bit more in the numbers. So I was already talking about Nacon and BigBen Interactive, but I thought it might be interesting to just refresh a little bit our memory. So here are the Nacon games. You see they have like 34,000 followers on Steam. That's decent, and they've recently released a WRC generation. So I didn't buy myself this game, but I like rally games. They bring like every year one of those WRC official World Rally Championship games with the official rules and etc. They bring out those games, and they sell them very cheap. They publish those games in the beginning, so when it comes out, 40 euros, and then after 1 year you might get this game like for 10 euros. You might get it for free. So this is the thing when you try to milk the customer every year. So I don't really like this business model. It's a little bit like electronic Electronic Arts. So you bring every year, you bring more or less the same game with some improvements, with some new licenses. So this is really for some very, very strong fans of the genre. So always very special actually. And then also a game that's coming soon, it's Blood Bowl. So Blood Bowl 3 is coming, Test Drive Unlimited. So I'm definitely looking forward to this title coming sometime in 2023. And then came, for example, out Steel Rising, also a game that has been published by Nacon, so we can have a closer look at there, my friends. And also Session Skate Sim, also by Nacon, very positively rated. To the France games, they have Werewolf, they have, and then you see all the WRC. So on Steam they have the same price, but you get those games then a little bit cheaper on other places. And then we had Sinking City. That was a special situation with the license of this game. So I made a video about this on my other channel. They have some tennis games, Chaos Bane, Warhammer Chaos Bane, actually a game that was not so popular on Steam. I really liked it. I didn't really like so much. The Styx games were also, they were so dirt cheap. Really, you can say this. They were so cheap at one point. You were getting them like for €1 or €2 on key seller pages. So they make, what is important, they have different franchises, different games, different lines. And at the moment, I feel like some big title is missing. So those are mostly double A games, not triple A games. And I think if they would decide at one point to go to triple A, to develop triple A games, this would definitely give this little company a push. So here Spiders is the developer, Nacon the publisher. And but this game, yeah, I mean, it's mostly positive or over reviews, and its recent reviews are very positive, and it has 32,000 followers. Online are even now 139 people online on Steam. Well, that's not so much. I mean, it's not a GTA, it's not a Red Dead Redemption, but it's okay. It's a start, but we have to grow. Of course, as a company, we have to grow. Every year we have to grow because we have to lower our multiples and the price earnings ratio, or even sometimes gaming companies have a negative earnings ratio because they're growth companies. So Creature Studios, also by Nacon, also very positive rated. 308 people are online right now. This game came out the 22nd September 2022. I don't have this game either, so you see already there's some sort of a pattern that I don't have those games actually myself. So what happened when the stock was coming? It was, I think it was now somewhere here in June actually when the real split happened. The stock was already trading a little bit before, and since then the stock was just falling. 58%, 65%, let's say it's to the bottom. So really a lot. So, and I have such a tiny position in this stock that I was not really bothering, and I was also always thinking like, yeah, do I really want to buy Nacon now just because I got it for free and now I buy them more of the stock? Not really, but now I'm kind of happy that I have it as an anchor. So an anchor, this means I'm in the stock with a tiny position. I'm like €40 down or something, very, very small amounts. And then it would mean now I follow the stock a little bit better. So I see if there's something going on in the stock. So you see also due to the way how those lines are drawn, so there's really also not a lot of volume. So of course it's a small cap, 222 millions, but in a small cap, so just imagine, well, that's not, of course now a little bit dreamland. So I'm just reading the book about the 100 baggers, but just imagine this would go to 25 euros, then it would become more or less a 10 bagger. So, but of course that's a bit dreamland. So that's not the way how I invest, but I'm also holding those stocks for a very long time. So that's also important for me. All right, but what happened actually recently? So since November 24th, 23 up, and then this is something you really get in those small camps, and this was very interesting. So I think this was the point where one big investor started to piling in the stock, because I don't really think it's now retail investors that were coming. So I didn't really see a lot of information about this, but probably some bigger investor was just piling in now, and 24% is extremely good. And also only today, my friends, alone 9.13%. I mean, that's pretty nice. So every time also I feel like probably at the bottom, then it starts going up, and mostly then I tell myself, okay, I am too late anyway. So if we have a look at the financials, let's look at the annual. We also see revenue went down 12.33%. Operating expenses went down as well. Net income 45% down. That's a lot. Net profit margin also 38% down. Earnings per share also to 17 euro cents per share, 34.5% down. And then if you look at the balance sheet annually, so total liabilities go up and total assets also go up. That sounds in this sense good. So I'm a YouTuber, retail investor, my friend. So always take those numbers with a grain of salt, because for me it's important to give you the perspective also of a gamer, or a gamer that likes gaming companies, but is not a professional, of course, an expert, and reading those numbers, the books, but also who likes gaming. So I'm trying to cover this niche here on my channel. So if you like this, if you enjoy this kind of videos, so please give me a sub, like, and a comment. So this is always very important. I make a lot of videos about CD Projekt, about Ubisoft, so those are also games I'm invested in, but I'm not only talking about games I'm invested in. So I'm definitely not pushing here any stocks, so please don't buy any stocks I'm talking about here, because yeah, mostly by experience I can tell you I lost already kind of a good amount of money with some of those stocks. So that's Nacon. If we look at the numbers, and then we go to BigBen Interactive, and if we look at the last 6 months, oh my god, guys, this was actually also falling, let's say, since June. June was this top. June was the top, so I bought it around about here, 13 euros, and then went up like 33% to me, and since then it just dropped like from the top when Nacon got split out completely, 60%. So I'm 45% down. This is really crazy. So invest securities dégradent en conseil, we see here. So some analyst is degrading the company, so that's very interesting. So didn't see this. So 11 hours. So if you invest in those companies, it's always useful also to read some French finance magazines, of course. But 15 hours. BigBen reports first half 2023 earnings reports that we can take a look, of course. So if you look here at the annual for BigBen Interactive, you see net income positive, revenue of course then also positive, going slightly down, but I kind of see a trend from 2018. But here 5.85% down, only net income a little bit more, operating expenses up. And if we look at the balance sheet, we see that the liabilities up and the assets of course up. Then we see total assets up, yeah. Cash and short-term investments are down, and from the cash flow point of view, minus. So what happened? What's going on there? Is it because of the split from Nacon? Most probably that's the reason. So simply Wall Street first half 2023 results, key financial results, the 138.5 million, so up 12% from the first half. From 1 year ago. Net income up 26%, profit margin also up. So I mean, that sounds not too bad, guys. BigBen earnings insights, risk analysis. So more information we don't get there. For the rest, we have to jump ourselves, of course, to the pages here. Here's the Nacon. Here, see what Nacon is producing. Also the different video games. So we see they're kind of active. They publish on all the platforms. That's very important. So they have a lot of double A, not triple A video games. So first half 2023 sales also up for Nacon, as it seems. And I downloaded document for BigBen. Here we go. That's the document for BigBen from the first quarter 2022-23, but I see actually they didn't have on their homepage a new press release, so that's a little bit old. So if I'm reading this correctly, if we go back, so can go to Zone Bourse, maybe we see some information here. So there we see Invest Securities degrades its counsel on BigBen, so from buy to neutral, and the objective of the price is 7.2 euros, and now we are at 6.69. so therefore actually also today Nacon was falling, but now we had also some news with the Fed, so maybe, my friends, today we see some a little pump in it. So outre les performances décevantes de sa filiale, Nacon BigBen est également confronté aux difficultés de Medtronic, l'acquisition réalisée l'année dernière pour renforcer ses activités. So they bought a company called Medtronic to reinforce their activities in audio and telco. So telco audio is a telecommunication. And then the broker says that the financial capacities are how you say, sensible reduced avec un retour aux actionnaires, so with less money for the shareholders in the coming year. So in this context, it seems today more interesting to invest directly in Nacon pour ceux intéressés par le secteur du jeu vidéo, says the analysis. So that's a very interesting news. So they actually say it's more interesting to invest in Nacon. And I was in another video I was saying, so if BigBen actually holds 75% of Nacon, so maybe it's interesting for me then to invest in BigBen, because I get Nacon, the Nacon profits and something else. So it's always a very difficult question, my friend. So very difficult. I have to admit this. So, but there you see, therefore, some people who are professionals that get paid very well, of course. So here also Nacon, here we have some numbers. So April, June, first quarter, second quarter, June, July, September, and then first half. And there we see actually changes, positive changes, accessories down, but in games up. That's interesting to see. And then for the whole first half, in games we are actually up. So, all right. Okay, very interesting information here with the numbers, and also very interesting actually the French analyst that they're saying, so it's better to invest in Nacon. I mean, that's then the reason why Nacon goes up 10%, when this is the opinion now from an analyst 11 hours ago. BigBen down 2.90% and Nacon actually up. So people that were invested then now in BigBen are probably selling now BigBen, and then they invest completely in Nacon. So I would say it's a very risky bet. So can we go back here to like 3-4 euros? Oh my god, I mean, everything is possible. But on the other hand, I see, as a gamer, I think we need better games. Not more games, but we also need some more AAA games, some more quality games with Nacon. So if Nacon would really go the path of more quality games, I think there would be much more value in the company. At the moment, the AA games, I think, are holding them back, and they definitely have to change something there. So also in comparison to other companies like Embracer from Sweden, maybe someday someone buys Nacon. Or BigBen most probably would buy BigBen, not Nacon. So it's a very difficult call, I would say. So I would for you guys as investors, so look at this stock very carefully, especially if you look at the numbers, look at the shareholder basis, and always keep in mind the quality of the games are medium, are AA games, are not really high quality games. But the moment they would change this, I would say the stock price actually of Nacon could really go up. So, but it's very difficult to say if this is now in their strategy, if this is something they want to change. Wow, that's a long video, my friends. So for everyone that kept up with me, thank you very much. So if you were holding up now up to the end, then I think you should subscribe and leave me a like or a comment to show me that you're watching my videos. That would be awesome. So I've seen recently a lot of new viewers, so I really like this. So thank you very much for this, and see you the next time. Bye bye.